So, coming up in this video, I head all the way down to Portland in Dorset to look for a serin, which has eluded me already this year a few times. I then head down to Gloucestershire to look for one of the rarest birds I've ever seen in my life, the first ever English long-tailed shrike, and only the third for Britain. And then finally I head southwest down to Devon to try and look for a purple heron at Seaton Marshes. Join me in this video to see how I get on. Back here at Portland Bird Observatory looking for serin. This is a bird that I've spent, I don't know, about 12 hours, maybe more this year, probably more than 12 hours actually, altogether. It's my fourth attempt, so I can't call it third time lucky. And supposedly serin has actually been seen this morning. It was seen yesterday, pretty much every 3 hours, and it's been seen again this morning. I'm here as early as I could get here, 7:30 in the morning. It's quite a drive for me, and fingers crossed I can get this bird finally. So I've just spoken to some of the guys, and supposedly literally as I was walking up here, the serin was calling. I didn't hear it. How frustrating. I know I've missed birds by a very short window before. I think I missed this bird by half an hour last time I was here, and I've missed birds by 5 minutes, but I don't think I've missed birds literally as I've been walking up. That's a new one for me. So we've just had a serin fly over a couple of times the observatory, heard it call. First time it flew just behind this tree, and then second time it flew right into the sun, and then I saw a bird flying off. Well, I think I'm gonna have to call it quits now. So, interesting development today. There's a long-tailed shrike only an hour and a half away. Now, it's been reported on and off for the last couple of days, previously on a private farm and previously only reported the day after, with the caveat that it has disappeared. But clearly it hasn't disappeared. They've just opened up parking for it, and I think I'm going to go for it. So last update I had is they've just opened up parking, but the bird is not currently on show. Yeah, I guess let's get up there and see if I can find it. Right, so I'm here on site. Lots of cars parked here, lots of people. I think half of the people I know locally are going. This is just outside the Wiltshire border for me, so it's not actually that far of a twitch. Now, a long-tailed shrike should be in Southeast Asia, so it's quite lost, and it's the first one ever for England. It's the third one for Britain. And the second one that was seen was only seen last week, the first one in 2000. So there seems to be an increasing number of these birds. I say increasing, there's only it's only the third bird in Britain. But yeah, very exciting bird. Let's hope I can find it. Yeah, this is a mega twitch, and I've just bumped into my friend Nigel, so I'm going to walk with him down. So Nigel, are you confident on seeing this long-tailed shrike?
It sounds like it's been seen quite a bit, so yeah, feeling pretty confident about it. A lot of people here, lots of eyes if it has disappeared for a while, so yeah.
There's loads of birders here, isn't there? Like, this is one of the biggest twitches I've done locally anyway.
Yeah, biggest twitch I've ever done, so...
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
What, like rarest twitch?
Probably.
You've driven further for a bird, or?
Not,
this
not
is not far for you, is it?
This is not far for me. It's about half an hour's drive, so it's not too bad.
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, about an hour and a half for me, but obviously I've been doing a few twitches this year.
Yeah, of course. Another thing is worth it, you know, third for the UK, so it's a good bird to get.
Amazing. Yeah, well, fingers crossed we can actually get this thing. So I've just got here, and there's loads of people around, and I've got it right in the scope, which is fantastic. Long-tailed shrike. Nice, easy twitch. What do you think about that, Nigel? While you're taking photos?
Yeah, cracking bird. Yeah, glad to get it straight away.
See it okay?
Yeah, can't complain about that, can you? Doesn't always go that way, so.
It certainly doesn't, no. What a bird. Oh, he's a right little poser. Yeah, it's just got that like brownish back, hasn't it?
Yeah, really.
A bit like a great grey shrike, but with a... Yeah, stunning. So the bird was literally just in this bush here. Nice and close, nice and easy. It's what I like to see in a good old twitch. It's definitely busy though. So one of the birders that I've got here with me now is a guy from my hometown in Basingstoke, and he particularly wanted to see this bird. Hi John, how's it going?
I'm very happy. I would never have ever believed that having dipped on the one at Crail and having done 1,000 miles there and back to dip on it, but we'd have had one just an hour and 20 minutes from home. It's been an absolute blessing. Really, really enjoyed it. Beautiful bird, cracking views, beautiful day, lots of nice people, not being silly for a change. So yeah, great stuff.
So tell me a little bit more about when you went to see it before then, like how long a
Oh, right.
journey was that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
how difficult and painful was
Yeah.
that journey for
Oh,
you?
it was really painful. We knew from Rare Bird Alert that it was already being very difficult. In fact, it hadn't been seen for several hours by the end of the previous day. So we set off pretty pessimistic, but as it just,
And what time did you set off?
9:30 and got
In
up
the
there,
evening?
in the
Yeah,
evening.
so
And
you went overnight, didn't
oh
you?
yeah, went overnight and we got there about 7:30 next morning. To about 30 or 40 birders, but no news. We stared at the hedge, rather like this hedge, but not quite as pretty, where it had been seen the last few days, and just didn't see it. We gave it 5 hours, and that was it. It hadn't been seen. It was claimed later that day, but it was a little, I can say, controversial, the claim.
Yeah, no, that I think that I heard on a previous Twitch that the bird is sighted or reported at least once after it's actually gone,
Yeah.
which is a bit of a theory. So all in all, you're away from home for how many hours do you think? How
Oh,
many days?
it's just over 24 hours.
24-hour Twitch, and
We
you
didn't.
missed it.
Yeah, 1,000 miles. We didn't. I'm ashamed to say we didn't sleep or anything, but the chap who was with, Matt, was pretty fit and very used to long distance twitches, so we did it okay.
So tell me what it feels like now then to finally get this bird after all of that horrible miss that you just described. Like, what does it feel like now?
Well, it's unbelievable. As I say, I'd never have dreamt I would ever see this again in my lifetime, to be honest, because 20 odd years since the previous, the original record. And I think no one could believe the fact that it turned up in Scotland. So everyone got there. I couldn't get there in time. So be it.
Thank you very much for talking to me. Like, it's the first for England, isn't it? So
It is.
yeah, two in Scotland. But yeah, what a bird, and a nice easy twitch for you this time, eh?
Yeah, fantastic. Trouble is, my daughter's birthday, and I've already sent her a grovelling message. So hopefully we'll get back not too late.
John, priorities, eh?
I know.
I hope she's all right with you.
I haven't had a response, which doesn't bode well.
Oh dear. Well, send her an apology now, eh?
I'm sorry, Eve. I'll be back soon.
So I didn't realise this. I've just checked eBird. I had a suspicion this might be the case. But this long-tailed shrike is my 300th bird for the UK. I thought I was on 298 for some reason, but I've just checked and I was on 299. So yeah, 300 birds. And what a 300th bird it is! Long-tailed shrike, one of the rarest birds I've ever seen in this country, is bird number 300 for my UK life list. I should probably also mention that the main point of what I'm doing, the year list, this is bird 266 for the year. That's also quite a cool number, but 300, I think that's the number I'm focusing on for this video. Well, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely thrilled with that one. 300th bird as well. I didn't even realise. I really didn't. But yeah, so cool. So yeah, I'm going to head home. And what a week it's been so far. So, I'm here at Seaton Marshes. Ironically, this is where I'm going next weekend for a video. But today I'm here in search of a bird called purple heron that was seen here yesterday morning and then flew up the river a little bit. I've just spoken to a few birders. No one's seen it today, but it's always worth coming and taking a look. Purple heron is a bird I've looked for a couple of times this year and failed. But you've got to keep trying, and then hopefully, you never know, you might be lucky. I have managed to turn up purple heron in the past just by constantly going out where they've been seen, and I've even found one myself as well in exactly the same place, probably the same bird actually. I saw it in spring after it had been seen, and then I refound it again in autumn. Let's see whether I can do something like that again. Well, it looks like a really cool place. Very beautiful, very quiet, other than lots of bird songs, greenfinches, dunnocks, yeah, red shank out there, black-headed gulls. Yeah, lots of cool birds to search for. Anyway, I'm going to take a closer look and see what else I can find. It's quite an unusual looking blackbird just there. I like it when birds just look a little bit different. For a minute there, they just give you that pause for thought. Go, okay, well that's just a young bird with a funny molt around its head. So you just kind of look at it and I don't know, it just looks different. It's just interesting. What I like about this place already is there's just loads of breeding activity that's clearly gone on over the spring. Loads of young birds about, lots of life, but it's still got that element of just being relaxed and chill. There's hardly any people here. I think that's part of the reason. It's just lovely. It's a really nice place and I'm looking forward to coming back here next weekend. Well, I've got a heron here. It's the wrong colour. Grey heron. It must have just flown in when I was just checking out some dunlin at distance. Well, in my personal experience, the best way to see purple herons is see them flying over. So I'm going to come out of the hide, have a little walk around the reserve, which I've been looking forward to do, and just keeping my eyes peeled for any flying herons. That grey heron that I saw earlier, that must have just appeared, must have flown in when I was looking at the dunlins. So it just goes to show that while it's a big obvious bird, these birds can be well hidden or can just fly in at any moment. Well, even if this purple heron is still here, it could literally be anywhere. Well, it's kind of a tick, an English tick, not a British tick, but I have just seen my first English osprey of the year. It's very distant, but yeah, really happy with that. Gotta love an osprey. Yeah, ospreys was a bit of a bogey bird for me. I mean, one that I would have expected to get a lot earlier on in the year, but caused me a few problems and I had to wait till my Scotland trip before I got it on the list. But yeah, there's one just out here. Lovely. Absolutely excellent. Well, way in the distance there are some little egret, some Canada goose and a few other birds like curlew. So yeah, quite a few different things, and that is where I imagine the purple heron could be hanging out, but it's just so distant and very difficult to see, so there's not a lot I can do about that other than hope that it flies. So I've just been speaking to one of the locals about these sand martins, and supposedly they were trying to attract them here for years and without success, and then all of a sudden the last few years the sand martins have appeared, and this year supposedly there's been up to 500 chicks, which is really impressive. It's nice to know that things are going in the right direction when it comes to conservation. It's not always the case. I'm always one for a good, positive news story. So, no luck on the heron so far, but supposedly there is one other hide that's definitely worth going to, called the Tower Hide, and I'm hoping that will give me a bit of an overview of the area, and you never know, I might be able to look down into the marshes a little bit where a sneaky old heron might be hanging out. But yeah, let's go and take a look. I've not been here before, so I don't know what the visibility will be like, but definitely going to check it out. So I'm in this Tower Hide now, and there are just loads and loads of herons to search through. Lots of curlew, lots of swans, lots of birds I didn't see from the other side of the tram track actually. So yeah, doing my best to turn one up. Lots of young herons which look, or can look, a little bit purple herony. What I'm looking for really with purple heron, I think, when normally seen in the UK, is they're quite brown looking and quite distinctive when you do see them. So yes, you might see a little bit of sort of pinky purple in the wings, but that is quite common with the grey herons. It does get you excited for a moment when you see purple in a heron. So I've definitely just seen a bird, but I don't know what it is. It's leucistic of some kind, and it's just flitting around in the bushes here. Dunno. Didn't see it kind of well enough really. Probably I was focusing behind the camera to try and get footage of it because I wasn't sure whether I'd be able to identify it myself anyway. But if you've got any thoughts on what this bird might be, then please stick them in the comments. Dunno. I'm kind of thinking reed warbler, dunnock. I don't know. Not sure, but interesting to know what you think. So I've just seen loads of people in the hide I was just in, and it might be because there's some kind of activity going on, or it might be because some kind of rarity like a purple heron has showed up. So I thought just before I go and head off, I thought it would be worth checking that out and seeing what's going on. It's a good way to find birds, is find lots of people looking at birds and see what they're looking at. So back to the hide I go. Fingers crossed. There's a purple heron right in front of us. Well, unfortunately it was just people in the hide, no purple herons. But yeah, it's always worth checking, especially when you see lots of people crowded around together like that. But I think it's just summer holidays and there is an activity going on for teens, I think. I can't quite work out what it is, but people are running around with maps. Looks fun though. Well, I'm hot and I'm really hungry and my food's in the car, but I've been told that just going to this viewing platform at the end of the track in this area is, or will give me, a better view of the egrets, and as egrets are closely related to herons, I thought I cannot leave until no stones are left unturned. So here I am heading to that viewing platform with very small bit of hope left that I can still get this purple heron. Here we are. I am now at the viewing platform, and yes, it looks like I might have a better view of egrets and lots of long grass. Well, Seaton has definitely been a brilliant place to see young birds in action. The results of this year's breeding season, fantastic to see so many young birds doing really well here. Must be a brilliant breeding spot, and speaking to some of the locals as well, it seems like it gets its fair share of rarities too. So yeah, definitely going to come back. In fact, I'm back in my next video where I'll be doing the tram ride, and you never know, that might give me a little bit better views to look for this purple heron, which will be the target. Of course it will, as I move further into the year. But I think for now I'm gonna grab some food and go home, and what a week it's been. So thank you very much for watching, and really appreciate it if you would either like the video or send a nice comment. It all helps with the algorithm, And if you're feeling really generous, in the description in this video there's also the opportunity to buy me a coffee, which all does help. It costs a lot of money to produce these videos, so it's be very much appreciated. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one.